right, we got a week off of homework because we were at camp, but now we're back at it. Remember, we want to get all these turned in so we can have no homework next week because we had 100%. This also earns you a chance to get the ducky or get a little creature. So for Monday it says, which shape has a larger area? A rectangle that is 7 inches by 3/4 inches, or a square with a side length of 2.5 inches? Show your reasoning. Okay, I'm not going to do the work for you, but I will give you something similar. So I drew a picture because that helps my brain. So if I have these two rectangles, one's 5 by 3/4 inch and this one's 1.5 by 1.5 square, which one has a bigger area? Well, the only way I'm going to know that is if I actually find the area. And so how do you find the area of these shapes? You're going to do base times height, right? So I need to do 5 times 3/4. Now there's a couple of choices on how to do this. If you just straight up grab your calculator, you could do that. And then we'd have 5 times 3/4. But how do I put that in my calculator? 5 times, if I put it like this, my calculator is going to end up a little bit confused maybe because it's going to be multiplying and dividing. And sometimes when I'm adding, that can get thrown off. If I want to make sure my calculator does it right, it helps to put parentheses around your fraction so that it will treat it as a fraction. And I can multiply just like that. It will tell me what it is. It equals 3.75. This shows my work. That's enough to show my work. Okay. On this one, we have 1.5 times 1.5. Okay, well, how do I put 1.5 in a calculator? That's a little trickier. You might want to turn it to an improper fraction first. So 2 times 1 plus 1 is 3. So 1.5 is the same as 3/2. I could do the same with that. 3/2. Okay, so on this one, when we have 2.5, we might want to change that into an improper fraction first. Okay, then I have some fractions I could put in my calculator. 3/2 or 3 divided by 2, same thing. I would use division to get that slash. Times, use your parentheses so that it sees that it's different fractions. Multiply. We get 2.25. So which one is bigger? In this case, this one is bigger. I don't know what it will be for your problem. It might be the other way. So you want to make sure you do your math. So you've got a rectangle and a square. It's base times height. And yes, you can use your calculator to figure out what those are as long as you show your work. Right? If you just write down answers, you're going to be missing points. So show your work and then say which one is bigger. This is bigger. Okay, make sure I can tell what your answer is, whether it's the rectangle or the square. Okay, pause there for Monday. Tuesday says, what is the area of the shaded region? And don't forget to explain your thinking. Okay, well, it looks like this shaded region is like a rectangle or a square. I'm not sure right away. I'd have to count. But it's got some holes in it. It's got some gaps. These two aren't shaded. So I need the area of all of this. Okay, you could count all of them up, but I think you can do better than that. And think about, how do you find the area of the whole thing? So you're going to find the area of the big square. And then you are going to subtract the area of the two small squares. That will give you your answer. So find the area of this big square. Remember, it's the same as what we're talking about here, base times height. Find the area of the big square. Find the area of these two little ones and subtract them out of the big one, right? It's if you took something out, we use subtraction, that tells you what's left. And that's it. So I'm going to let you figure that one out on your own. For Wednesday, we're back to some orders of operations. It's been a little while, so I thought we'd better review it again. It says use correct orders of operations, PEM does, to solve each problem. Don't forget to show your work. So first thing we're looking for is parentheses. That P stands for parentheses. So we're looking for all of our parentheses. Well, there's some right here. That would mean I'd need to do what was inside these parentheses first. Inside of there first. Exponents. I didn't give you any exponents in this one, so there's no exponents. Multiplying and dividing. So I'm going to look for all of my multiplying and dividing and go across left to right and do all of those together. Okay, there isn't any in this one. There's some multiplying here and then dividing, but I have to take care of the parentheses first. Then this one doesn't have any parentheses, but it does say I better do this multiplying before I add. Okay. Finally is adding and subtracting. So after I've taken care of this stuff in the parentheses, then I can subtract. After I've taken care of this multiplying and dividing and the stuff in the parentheses, there won't be anything left to add or subtract. This one, after I've multiplied, then I can add. You always do adding and subtracting last. Okay, I'm going to do this one with you because I want to make sure we understand how to rewrite it. So if you do 10 minus 4, you get 6. But I need to put my problem back together because this turned into 6, but I still have 8 times 6 divided by 4. Then I'm going to multiply these. Then I'll do my division last. So 8 times 6 is 48. Then divide it by 4, and that will give me my answer. I'll let you finish the answer. But make sure that once you've done the subtraction, you get rid of those numbers. They're gone. And you put the rest back together so you can see what's left in your problem. That's it for Wednesday. I think you guys can handle the rest. Do your best on that one, showing your work, right? Okay, Thursday says, what is the area of the shape below? Remember, you can decompose it into shapes you recognize. That's like this one, but on this one we had to subtract to take out. This one we don't need to subtract. You could. So there's two options. You could turn this into one big, here, let me get tracing paper and I can show you your two options. This is option number 1. You decide which one you like. I could turn this into one big rectangle. Do you see the big rectangle that I know is 60 by 30? And then I would have to find the area of these and take them out. So you would have to find the area of each of those little pieces and subtract it. So just like the one above, find the area of the big, subtract out the small. So that's option 1. So here we'll write option 1. Get the area of the big and subtract out the area of the small. All the small ones. You have to do all 3. Okay? That's one option. So if you like that option, pause that right there and you can work on that option. If you don't like that option, the other option is to break this into rectangles, which it looks like you could do 3. And it's up to you how you want to do that. So I can see easily how to find the area of this one because it's 35 by 10. This one would be a little trickier, but not too bad because it's 60 all the way across and only 10 right there. This one would be 10 right here, and then I have to figure out this piece. This piece would be harder to find, and I'm not 100%. Oh, I'd have to take out 15. So for this piece right here, I would need to do 60 minus 15 to find that side. Okay, let me write that in darker color so you can see it. The rest of the sides, I can see them when I cut it up. And then I would add these 3 together. So I want to see your work down here. We've been doing enough of this in class. I want to start seeing you do it. So I'm not going to go any farther on that one. Okay, if you have any questions, come find me. I'm here all the time after school. I'd love to help. Otherwise, I hope this works out for you. Have a great rest of your day.